How much should I spend on one Facebook ad? This is a question that I get asked so often by doctors, entrepreneurs, business owners that are really trying to make a name for themselves, build their brand, build their fame in the markets that they service. So whether you have a local brick and mortar practice or business, or whether you have a major brand, this will help you understand what you should be spending, how much. The answer really is it varies. How much should I spend on a Facebook ad? Depends on your objective. Is your objective to acquire one customer? If so, then you need to understand what's the maximum you're willing to spend acquiring one customer. So if you're willing to spend $100, $150, $300, well, that's a great metric to know, because then you can reverse engineer and say, okay, well, this one Facebook ad, we've spent $100 and then we made $300. That math makes sense. 3-to-1 return on investment. Now, certainly we can get a greater return, 20-to-1, 100-to-1 in some cases. However, you need to understand exactly the metric that you're going to strive for. Is it about the new customer? Is it about the brand awareness that you're going to generate? Is it about the traffic that you want to your website? The beautiful thing about Facebook is the fact that you don't have to spend an arm and a leg to test like you would normally on Google AdWords. It's a lot less expensive to get the data that we need, and again, based on your objective. Are you trying to get more engagement? If you are, I always like to have a rule of thumb of, if your content, if your advertisement promotion is getting at least 2 shares for every 10 likes, you're building momentum, you're on the right track. That means that people are finding the content somewhat valuable and they're sharing with friends. Shares are the holy grail of Facebook, so ideally, when talking, what should we spend on a Facebook ad, even if it doesn't produce a new client immediately in our office, well, or your business, the fact is, if you're getting a tremendous amount of shares, at least 2 out of 10, 2 shares for every 10 likes, or if you're getting more shares, I'm more than happy to spend money on Facebook ads if I know that it's going to pay off in terms of free traffic. So again, it's up to you as a business or brand to decide what you're willing to spend based on the engagement that you want, based on the actual customer value. There's no right or wrong, just understand that. And I consider, really on Facebook, there's no wasting money. You're always getting information about your market, and if you have all this information, whether you're running general ads or specific keyword targeted ads, you can always refine, test, and improve your results. So even if we're getting a 3-to-1 return on investment right now, we can maybe subtly adjust that, and all of a sudden maybe we're getting a 7-to-1 return on investment. So don't let the numbers scare you initially, and I know people are throwing out all these crazy numbers about returns. If you can at least manage a 3 to 5-to-1 ROI to start with, well, we can always improve from there. Going back to the original question, what should I spend on one Facebook ad? If one new client, new customer comes in your office for one Facebook ad, and the average lifetime value is $1,000 and you spent $200, well, that's a 5-to-1 return. Let's let it keep running. You might eventually have to refresh this ad on Facebook, which is normal based on your market, but we can always cross that bridge when we get there. If something's performing exceptionally well, we never want to turn the traffic off. That's just my rule of thumb. We can always stack and layer other types of content. So let's say you have a direct response promo that's geared to get somebody to take action immediately. Let's say you have a video that's working to push great information to your market that is delivering value that people can ultimately build liking and trust with you. Boom, some of those can produce new clients immediately and sales as well. Other times are just goodwill campaigns that you put out there that you could eventually go back and then you could, quote, remarket or retarget, where it's like on Facebook, one of the things I love is you can actually go and target someone that's viewed your videos 50% of the time. Then from there, they see your content again and again and again. That's done through the audiences section. It's a super powerful feature. Not only can you have, let's say, a video ad running on top of your direct response, but you can also have a personal story ad that either maybe it shows you in a more humanizing light. Maybe it's a tragedy to triumph story, or it models the hero's journey, or maybe it's one of your clients, their success stories. Those can perform exceptionally well on the social networks. So the bottom line is to test many different things, and ultimately what you spend don't even think of it as a cost. Think of it as an investment, even if you don't generate a positive return initially. You're always testing and testing and testing, and then eventually, I promise you, that dam is going to break, and you're not going to be concerned with investing anymore because your return is going to be so great. Once you hit critical mass in the market that you service, I tell you what, referrals will happen hand over fist. That's the stuff that McDonald's and all these major corporations have spent millions of dollars to try to get over the long term, yet we can do it for a tiny fraction of the cost using Facebook. I have no idea how long this window of opportunity is going to be available, so get while the getting's good. Listen, hopefully you guys found some value out of this video. If you did, please click the like button, share it with friends, tag someone that you feel needs to hear this, that's really overly concerned about the money that they're spending and they don't understand about the return on investment angle of a Facebook ad. And if you have any questions, certainly post them below. I'd be happy to answer to the best of my ability. You guys know where to find me, at Matthew Loop on social media, and also download the first 6 chapters of my book. socialmediamademerich.com/gifts is where you can find it. I'm always here to serve and support you. Have a fantastic day. We'll talk to you soon. Ciao.